Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. Let the water and the blood from thy riven side which flowed be of sin the double cure. Cleanse me from its guilt and power. Not the labors of my hands can fulfill thy law's demands. Could my zeal no respite know? Could my tears forever flow? All for sin could not atone. Thou must save, and thou alone. This rare gem of Christian hymnody, often called the most popular of the hymns, was a favorite of my father. The original 4 stanzas first appeared in 1776 in the March issue of the evangelistic publication The Gospel Magazine. It was placed at the conclusion of an article by its author, Augustus Toplady, who was writing on the impossibility of man to pay for his own sins. In the article, Toplady calculated that if a man lived to be 80, he would have the opportunity of committing over 2.5 billion sins, making it impossible to save himself. He needed a savior. As is so often the case with these older hymns, more than one story exists as to the writing of Rock of Ages. Often it's an impossible task to ferret out the right one, but after years of carefully researching this great hymn, I have come to the conclusion that not one but 2 separate incidents were involved. The first one was a sermon by Dr. Daniel Brevint, in which he said, "Let not my heart burn with less zeal to follow and serve thee now, when this bread is broken at this table, than did the hearts of thy disciples when thou didst break it at Emmaus. O Rock of Israel, Rock of salvation, Rock struck and cleft for me, let those 2 streams of blood and water which once gushed out of thy side, let not my soul less thirst after them at this distance than if I stood upon Horeb, whence sprang this water, and near the very cleft of rock, and the very wounds of my Savior, whence gushed out this sacred blood." According to his own words, Toplady was so stirred by these word pictures that he could not shake them from his memory. The second incident occurred one day while Toplady was taking a walk through Barrington Coombs. He was caught in a thunderstorm. His church was too far away to offer protection, so he took shelter in the cleft of a large rock on the Coombs. As the storm raged about him, Toplady was securely sheltered and protected in the cleft of a rock. It was while going through this experience that the soul-stirring sermon of Brevint's once again came into his mind. Was this experience in a small way depicting what Christ had done at Calvary? The storm subsided. Toplady went on his way to his study at the church, and before time could erase the happenings of the day from his heart and mind, he wrote, "Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee." It was my privilege to stand at the Barrington Coombs rock, and in memory's eye relive, in a small way, that which transpired there over 200 years ago. Alfred B. Smith. While I draw this fleeting breath, when mine eyes shall close in death, when I soar to worlds unknown, see thee on thy judgment throne, Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee.